What's up, y'all? How's it going? All right, Breeders' Cup Classic. I can't believe we're already here. It seems like only about a month ago that we were discussing the horrible disqualification in the Kentucky Derby. Speaking of which, Maximum Security's not running today. I decided to go in the Bold Ruler last week. Hey, look good in that race. Good time. They decided to keep him out of the Breeders' Cup Classic. They have their reasons. Other people have their ideas about why that's going on. But hey, Maximum Security's not here. So we're going to have to wait and see if he runs in the Pegasus to face a couple of these horses, if they even decide to put him in that one. But we do have 11 good horses running today. It's not going to be quite the competition we wanted to see without Maximum Security in there, with that rematch against Code of Honor, and then also throwing in War of Will in there, another rematch for them. I mean, that would make it great, but hey, he's not in it. Let's go on, though. We've got Math Wizard. Okay, Math Wizard, Pennsylvania Derby winner. He's out there. They got him on the board at 30-1. I think that's kind of high, but I mean, being the fact that there's some other horses in here that will probably be heavily bet, that probably seems about right. He might come down to around 25 or 1 or so. Math Wizard, not bad. He ran in 6th in the West Virginia Derby before he got that win in the Pennsylvania Derby. He kind of stole that race. Had Irad Ortiz Jr. riding him then. Irad won't be riding him today, or on Saturday rather. He's going to be riding Vino Rosso. So Math Wizard's got Ricardo Santana Jr. He's never ridden him before, but the horse is in pretty good shape. Coming out last 2-3 workouts. So we'll see what Math Wizard's got for him. You don't want to count this horse out. Next, number 2, Seeking the Soul. Seeking the Soul is the Stephen Foster winner. Got that win by a neck. Ran after that in the Pacific Classic. Didn't have anything for him. Ran 7th. Ran 4th in the Awesome again there. But Seeking the Soul in there once again. BJ Hernandez is aboard. Doesn't have the same jockey. John Velasquez rode him in the Stephen Foster. So he doesn't have the same jockey as his last win. So that puts Seeking the Soul with a different jockey. Hasn't won on him before, but he rode him last time out, 4th in that Awesome Again Stakes. Johnny Velasquez, as we know, will be riding the number 11 Code of Honor. The number 3, Owendale. All right, Owendale. There's a lot of things to like about this horse. He got a win in the Oklahoma Derby, got a win in the Ohio Derby, ran into Travers. Didn't do too well in that one where he was beaten by Code of Honor. Ran 5th there. But he's got some good workouts coming. He's got Javier Castellano riding him now. I say that's a bit of an upgrade on the jockey, going from Florent Carreau, who was on him before. Owendale, looking good, looking strong going into this race. Distance may be a bit of a question, but hey, we'll see. Breeding is not necessarily bred to go this long, but I think he could probably get it done. We'll have to keep an eye on Owendale as well. Next, number 4, War of Will. Now, a lot of people may think this is too much for him, too long of a distance. He did run an even time in the Preakness. I mean, that's only a half of a furlong shorter. So, hey, War of Will gets a good race like he did in the Preakness. He can perform really well. He can be competitive with these horses. Didn't do too much his last few outs. I mean, he was, 9th in the Belmont Stakes. Came out in the Jim Dandy and ran 5th, and he was 3rd in the Pennsylvania Derby. So, War of Will hasn't done too well recently. However, he is in there. He is the Preakness winner, and he's going to be a contender. Got to keep an eye on him, of course. Number 5, Yoshida. Yoshida, 5-year-old horse. He hasn't won in a long time. His last win was last year's Woodward. He ran the Breeders' Cup Classic last year, 4th behind Accelerate. Ran the Pegasus Turf. Didn't have anything for him on turf. They switched him to turf. Think that would do something. Didn't really work out for him. He ran 6th there. He went over to Dubai for the Dubai World Cup, 6th there. Now in the Whitney, he ran 2nd behind McKenzie. Decent race. The Woodward was a decent race as well. He was 3rd, 1 length off the leader in both of those, with Joel Rosario riding him. Rosario's not back on him, however. Mike Smith will be riding him, so we got to change a jockey to Mike Smith. Bill Moss, the trainer. So Yoshida's got that change. They're going to try to. I think they're just going to try to keep him evenly paced and see what he's got for this race. I mean, he's got some decent breeding. He's gone the distance before. Hasn't really been too successful at that long of a distance, but Yoshida's going to be possibly in the mix. Now, I think it's all going to depend on the pace. The number 6, Elate. Elate is a 5-year-old mare. So we have a mare running in the Breeders' Cup Classic this year. She had a couple of good wins a little ways back in Del Mar, but she ran in the Personal Ensign, second by a nose in that one. She also ran in the Spin Star, second by half a length in that one. So she's had a couple of losses going up against other mares. Going to be going up against all colts and grown horses today. So we'll see what Elate's got for him. Another Bill Mott horse. Jose Ortiz is going to be aboard. So Jose Ortiz, I think, you got a good jockey there. He's going to be competitive. We'll see what Elate's got for the rest of this field. The 7, Higher Power. Higher Power Pacific Classic winner. Got another one you got to keep an eye on. Got a decent win there at 1.25 miles out in Del Mar. So Higher Power, got to keep an eye on him. Definitely. Flavian Pratt's aboard. Not my favorite jockey after launching a objection in the Kentucky Derby, but he's aboard Higher Power now, not Country House. Horse, pretty decent win in that Pacific Classic. Now he ran the Awesome again, was beaten by a Mongolian Groom and McKenzie in that one, running third. So we'll see if he can recover and run a better race coming out there Saturday. Next at number 8, McKenzie. McKenzie was another really good-looking horse. I thought he was a shoo-in for the Awesome again. Upset by Mongolian Groom in that one. McKenzie ran second. He had a win in the Whitney before that one. Very impressive win where he took out Yoshida and Vino Rosso, who he's facing again today. He was second in the Met Mile. Very fast time. Couldn't keep up with Maitol, but a very fast time running second, 132 and change. And he got a decent win in the Alley Sheba. So McKenzie's a very capable horse out of Street Sense. Joel Rosario aboard. That's everything you need for a win. Trained by Bob Baffert, so we got to watch out for McKenzie. He's going to be live. All right. Now, moving on to the number 9, we got Mongolian Groom, the horse that upset McKenzie in that Awesome again. Abel Cedillo is going to be riding him. Not too impressive of a time he got in that Awesome again, but he did get the win. Ran in the Woodward before that with Luis Saez aboard. He was, 5th running there? Not too impressive. But he did get that last win in the Awesome again. Looking to come out and score again. I don't know if his chances are going to be again. The eyes are going to be on him now. He's not going to be able to sneak up and steal the race this time. But he's out there going to be competitive, I'm sure. Number 10, very accomplished horse, Vino Rosso. He actually crossed the finish line first in the Jockey Club Gold Cup. A very exciting race there. He was disqualified for bumping Code of Honor. Looked like he had Code of Honor put away, but they said that his bumping him cost him the race, so he's disqualified and placed second to the number 11 Code of Honor. Both of them are at 4-1. I don't know who's going to emerge as the favorite in that one. One of the two probably. Vino Rosso is out of Curlin, so strong breeding from this one. He's out of Smart Strike, Street Cry on the other side. Irad Ortiz Jr. riding him, so he's got everything you need. Plus, he's trained by Todd Fletcher. Now Code of Honor, ridden by Johnny Velasquez, the 11, Shug McGahee horse. He's got, like I said, that second place finish in the Jockey Club Gold Cup where he was placed first. After the disqualification of Vino Rosso. He had a nice, impressive win in the Travers before that, and he had a good win in the Dwyer before that, going a mile. So another well-accomplished horse. All these horses have a good signature win. Everybody except Yoshida's done something recently. It's been a while for Yoshida, but he had some competitive runs as well. So that's the quick preview. I'm going to break down each one of these horses a little bit more in depth before we get to some pace handicapping and come up with a pick.